Hi babe, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how I created this beautiful glam look. Keep on watching. So I will start with a clean base and I'm using micellar water with vitamin C. Then after that, I'm going to be applying toner, and when the toner settled into my skin, I'll go ahead and apply a gel moisturizer. I opt for a gel moisturizer because I have oily skin, so that will not leave any form of residue. Then I went ahead to use a matte primer on the areas where I usually oiled, just because I have oily skin. Then I set that in with a translucent setting powder. Over to my foundation. This foundation has so much yellow undertone to it, and because I have a neutral warm undertone, I'm going to be using lavender color corrector to cancel out the yellow undertone. Then I went ahead to highlight, I contoured, and I apply cream blush. Then I'm going to set my skin. I'm going to be applying a finishing powder. This is from Sylvie Mac, and I'm showing this before and after just for the purpose of those that have been asking me about this particular powder, if it's worth buying, if it's something they should invest their money in. And guys, I'm telling you, this is a dupe for MAC mineralized skin finishing powder or Sephora. It is good and it is amazing. So I went ahead to set my face and I spray setting spray. Over to my eyes, I'm using Benign Clown White on my eyelid as my eyeshadow primer, and the powder and the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be featuring in this video is from Morphe eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette is so pigmented. As you guys can see, I started with the transition color, then I went ahead into this deep cool, gray shade. It is a dark gray. I'm using that in my crease. I first of all placed it at the outer part, then I extended it all the way to the inner part of my eyes. So I just use that to carve out my crease. Then I am flicking it upward towards the end part of my brow tail. Then I went ahead to pick the black from the same eyeshadow palette and I applied it at the outer part of my eyes. First of all, I make sure I applied more of the eyeshadow on that part, and I extended what I have left on my brush to the inner part. Then I picked the first brush that I used in applying my transition color. I used that to blend out the edges of the eyeshadow. The purpose of this is to blend out any lines, any creases, any lines on the eyeshadow, so one will not be able to tell where the eyeshadow starts or where it stops. Then I use the same transition color that I placed initially. I placed that on my lid, and after placing that there, I will make sure I blend everything all out seamlessly. Then I went ahead to apply a pigment. To apply the pigment, I'm going to be using a pointy eyeshadow brush, but before that I'll be using some form of hold, which is my mixing medium. I don't have a glitter glue, so I'm just basically going to use a mixing medium on it to hold the eyeshadow on my lid. That's the eyeshadow pigment, and that's it. Then over to my brows. For my brows, I did my eyeshadow before my brows. This is actually my first or second time trying that out. I see a lot of Nigerian makeup artists do this, do their eyeshadow first before their brows, and I wonder why they always do that. So I decided to try it, and honestly, I'm not seeing much difference. I don't know why they do that, but I think it's a bit faster and it just gives you space to play with eyeshadow. Like, it gives room, a lot of room on your lid to play with eyeshadow. Before, when you do your brows first, you are careful of extending your eyeshadow to your brow size so it doesn't stain it. So I think that's why. Anyway, I'm yet to know why they do that, but it's actually nice and it's faster. Then I went ahead to fix my lashes, and to pop my eyes, instead of going with the regular black, I decided to use a bright blue from the Beloster. It is a coral blue pencil. And I applied the mascara in my lower lash line to tidy up the look. I also dust off the setting powder that I use in baking. I sprayed my face to melt all in one place, and here is the finished look, guys. It is beautiful, it is effortlessly achieved, and it looks really nice. My skin feels so good and light, and honestly, I outdid myself. I love how it looks. So let me know what you think about this look in the comment section. Let me know the part you enjoyed the most, because this is a detailed eye look. Let me know, guys. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, and don't forget to thumbs up. I'll see you all in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.